following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful thing. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 271, NASDAQ up 108, S&P's up 27, gold contract down $1.50, trading at $13.31 an ounce. Silver down 7 cents, $16.51 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 77 cents, $63.53 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 10 ticks, 120.24. 30-year bond up 31, 144.03. King dollar up 129 ticks, trading out at a price point of 89.785. The euro is at 122.99, just about 123 to 1 US dollar. The yen is at 106.71 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We go over to the SPY. We are trading up $3.40. You're at 273. What I expect you're going to see here, folks, this is what the difference is out here today. Each and every day we've been going up. If we go all the way back to last Friday you got up to the price point of 275.32. You did 160 million shares, sold off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday sold off. I don't expect we're going to sell off today. Why? Because what you have happening is this. You had 4 days of sell-offs, number one. You're coming into window dressing of next week. My take is that this thing is going to go and try to test the S&P, the downdraft of the 5th, and the way that the NDX is trading in the NASDAQ, we'll get into that in a second, it's real possible that this S&P is actually going to try to get up to 280, which is the high of February 2nd. We go to the composite. No, we go to the Dow Industrials. Now, Dow's been a weak little dog out here. It's up 264 right now, but you remember you're dealing with larger numbers. Bottom line, what I expect you're going to see is this. Last Friday, we got to 25,432. The benchmark is 25,520. Somehow it's going to make it. We got a few days at the beginning of next week. We're going to make it, and depending on how we get up there, what would be game is at the 26,000 level, and that would be 800 points up from where we are. The NDX 100, that is already over the benchmark. That is up 118 bucks right now. The downdraft of February 5th was 68.07. The downdraft of the second is 68.89. And guess what? We're right there. So the way that the NDX is actually trading, the NDX looks to me like the highest game, 70.22. Now, if we go take a look at the Qs, so you can get the volume characteristic behind it, what you're going to see is this, is that you're going into 68 million with 32. Then we're going to take this and we're going to put this on a weekly. And what you're going to see on the weekly, bottom line is that you are going, let's see what we got here. We got one. You got to do this because you got to remember something. This is a 4-day week. right? So we're dealing with 147, which, let's see, which really gets you 183. So that's picture we're going to do about 183, 200 million shares. Well, that's going into 231, which is not that bad, actually. It's really not that bad. So that for the Qs, the high is game, 170.91. Small caps. Let's go take a look at the small caps out here. Small caps, different animal altogether. We had 12 million shares traded. Even going into the ones last week is 27 million. You're going into 52 million. We put this on a weekly, and you're going, we got, it's going to be about 100 million going into 123. That's actually not that bad either. Bottom line, though, I don't expect those small caps are going to be able to get anywhere. NDX 100, well, let's go to the composite. We take a look at the composite. What you have with the composite, composite is up 105 bucks. Your benchmark, 73.64. That's game. And that benchmark there is on February 2nd, folks. That's game. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold got some action, folks. Bottom line, the metal itself, you know, looks sideways move out here. But what we did get is that we got a rejection of lower price, dramatically lighter volume by 200,000, stayed above the strength that was generated out here on the 14th. That low was $1,319. We got down to $1,322.90. Bottom line takes off again. Silver, let's go take a look at the silver market. Silver out here today, down 0.3%. We hit a low of 16.52. Silver still needs a bid, man. Silver still needs help. You know, yeah, there's no doubt. Silver's the drag in the market. Bottom line, silver actually can test this low again, which is going to be dangerous, which is 16.41. Notes and bonds, the note market, folks, has broken its downtrend. So we take a look at this. This is pretty cool how this is shaking out. This is the first day in about 2.5 months that you got any type of bid inside the market. You've broken the downtrend that has been out here since December 29th. You have the volume behind the move, 2.2 million shares behind that move, which is a good number. So I expect you're going to get higher price. The 30-year still hasn't broken it. Got close today, but just didn't do it. We got to 144.08. It's peeking its head out. It's just peeking its head out to break that trend. Hasn't done it yet. What we certainly did get, though, as the 10-year did, we got volume behind the move. So we'll see if, in fact, that 30-year can get some action going Monday and Tuesday. King dollar is toast. Get the peanut butter out, get the jelly out, get the cream cheese out, get it all out. Bottom line there, that got to a high today of 89.990. Couldn't handle it. The lows are wide open now, 88.255. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 246. NASDAQ is up 106. S&Ps are up 26. We're coming right back. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here today. And this will be a low volume day, folks. You get Micron Tech up $2.46. Hewlett Packard, the Enterprise as well as the normal Hewlett Packard came in with some good numbers, up $1.68. You have Verizon up 27 cents. Intel's up $1.80. The chips are moving. Microsoft's up $2. You have Facebook up $3. Let's go over to Blue Buffalo. So this is a pretty cool story, folks. So when you take a look at Blue Buffalo, number one, they got taken out today. The bottom line is that, let's go take a look at this. So this, General Mills end up buying Blue Buffalo. This is a company, so check this out. Let's bring this up for a second. This is what each and every one of us can do out there. And I encourage all you young folks out there to really, well, everyone, to really wrap your head around this. So check this out for a second. So I only get the last 5 years of this up, okay? But 2014, company does $917 million. 2019, $1.5 billion. Now listen to this story. This is a great story. I didn't know this story until 10 minutes ago. An Airedale Terrier can claim credit for inspiring one of Connecticut's largest fortunes. And this is a brand new fortune, by the way. Former ad man Bill Bishop, together with his sons Billy and Chris, founded Blue Buffalo Pet Products. Guess what, folks? 2002, a brand new company. After their dog Blue, their dog's name was Blue, was stricken with cancer. The family wanted to feed their sick pet better food and worked with animal nutritionists and a veterinary to create the products. Then they added the name Buffalo to signify a period where animals roamed free in the Great Plains and only ate natural food. 15 years later, the family's 7.6% stake is valued at $592 million after General Mills agreed to buy the maker. And the bottom line, with dividends, the family's take is $860 million. What a cool story, right? The thing that's amazing is that it's just that is just so where it's at. It's pretty amazing. And General Mills, bottom line, we go over to General Mills, what you're going to see, you know, General Mills, they have to get into better products. That's the bottom line. And as a couple of our targets are saying, there goes the good product. And, you know, We'll see how that works, but there's no doubt as you get into large conglomerates, that can turn into a problem. You know, we take a look at what they're claiming. What General Mills is claiming right now is that that brand. Here, let me read. I'll read the last. Is going to be the leader in all their. Yeah. So this is what they're saying at this point. Blue's legacy should survive. General Mills plans to use the Blue Buffalo to head up its pet operating segment. So they're going to go forward with the Blue Buffalo brand. The real question is going to be is that they push other things underneath it and make like it's Blue Buffalo. General Mills has gone from $72 in 2016 down to $52. And let's go take a look at their revenue. Look at that, man. That's intense. 15.7 billion. Yeah, so big number. When that's a breakdown, retail foods, 10 billion, convenience stores, 1.9, Europe, Australia, 1.8, and they have been contracting now. The last 3 years have been contracting about 1.2% per year. So pretty intense. We go take a look. Yeah, let's go take a look. XBT. Let's go take a look at the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin out here, folks, trading right now at 99.26. And don't forget, if you haven't test-driven the Nadex platform yet, they do have Bitcoin weeklies. Come over to our website, hit the banner, bring up the platform. It's free. Demonstration account. You can check out how these defined option contracts trade. That they will be active. Well, the indices are active right now. If you're looking to trade Bitcoin, that will be active Monday morning, 8 o'clock, till Thursday, till Friday rather, at 3 in the afternoon. But you can buy and sell Bitcoin spreads, weekly spreads, on that platform. And you know, bottom line, I can tell you, it's the only way to do it. And if you are into any of those cryptocurrencies, it's a great way to also hedge yourself. Well, and this is what ends up happening, just so you understand. The hedge would only be on until 8 o'clock Monday morning till 3 o'clock the afternoon on Friday. We go take a look at the, let's go take a look at good old Amazon. So Amazon's been testing its highs. Look at this, it's going to close over the high. What a trip. Now, okay, this is going to be pretty cool watching, though. Amazon has been testing the highs. Well, it failed the last 2 days at its high. Went over the high, closed underneath it, dramatically lighter volume. The high we're talking about is $14.98. The way the market's trading, I do expect you're going to trade over it. So guess what? We trade over it, it will be higher next week. On the weekly basis, you're at, let's see, you're about 26 million, I'm adding in a day, versus 38. But if you close over it, guess what? That can go a lot higher. Google, we take a look at Google. What do you have with Google? Google's also trying to get into the gap. Google's up $16. The top of the gap, which has failed before, 1123.07, and we're at 1123.56. So, you know, the NDX, let's go to Facebook for a second. Look at Facebook, actually NVIDIA, because the chip stocks are on fire once again. NVIDIA's up $3. Intel's caught a bid, 192. Micron Tech, that's up 252. Yeah, these are all setting up, though. This is setting up for the next leg down. You get Micron's up with 40 million. You're going into 81 million. That's on the daily. On the weekly, you're dealing with 140.80, 120, 30, 70. You're dealing with about 150 million on a weekly going into 293. We're at 46.77. So 47 more than likely is game up there. 47 can be taken. Yeah, OLED. This is a stock that no doubt got smoked. This is Universal Display. They came out with their numbers last night. This is the lightweight organic light. This is on our screens. And this is a monster ABC down. You know, you get an A point out here of $209. It was generated on the 22nd of January. What did I say there? It's 209. The B point, oh man, is 137. Holy cow. $72 A to B. Oh yeah, this is going to under $100. Let me pull this back. Right there. Yeah, 88 bucks. This thing is toast. In fact, you know what this also has, folks? This has volume off the high. Volume off the high, ABC structure down. 88 bucks is game. Pretty amazing. Stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back with our man, Mr. Dave White. We're going to be talking technology. We have the Dow Industrials right now up to 291, NASDAQ up 116, S&P's up 30. Come right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18th, 2018 placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 290. You get the NASDAQ up 116. S&Ps are up 30. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 30 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Dave's got a great show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. He also has 2 great newsletters. He has the Tech Insider. He has the Path of Least Resistance. If you'd like to get the Tech Insider, you go to TFNN, you go to newsletters, you go to investment newsletters. Tech Insider is right there. You like a trading newsletter, go to trading newsletters, you get the Path of Least Resistance. Either one of them, folks, 30-day money-back guarantee. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I heard you talking about OLED, the company.
Yes.
And I just wanted to chime in a little bit on it. Samsung is killing their OLED technology for their TVs.
Okay.
Some of the others are going to continue on with it, but when you see the big hit into that, it is mostly that. The Samsung's not going to use that technology, and OLED is not going to be getting a little taste of royalties back in there for Samsung. Samsung's going to go to what they call a QLED, which is kind of a...
Man, I'd hate to lose Samsung's business.
Well, I tell you what, there are a lot of other companies making and continuing to make OLED technology. But Samsung's decided to go away from it because the QLED they have has much better saturation for color, but it doesn't have as good of contrast as the OLED. But I think they kind of got a bad taste in their mouth because of the burn-in problems with the OLED TVs, and they decided to go away from it and into that. And then basically Apple saying that they've kind of downgraded the amount of OLED screens that they're ordering for their smartphones from Samsung themselves. So kind of a 1-2 punch on OLED today.
Cool.
But there's a little more deep stuff going on behind that in their forecast, and that's kind of what those guys are picking up.
Yeah, they're toast.
Well, I don't know if they're toast, but
they look like they're toast.
Lose a big manufacturer like that, decides to go another way, it is an issue. Yeah. But there's going to be kind of a war between those two, kind of like there was between plasma and LEDs for years.
Yeah, but you lose. Samsung's the largest producer out there.
Yeah.
No one's close to them.
I'm not saying it's not a big hitch.
Right.
But that and a couple other ones. We've been talking about SpaceX and their internet system. They did launch a new satellite, I think, what was it, on Tuesday?
Yes.
And put 2 of their internet cubes in satellite into orbit. So they're already testing that. They got approval like 3 weeks ago, and they're already into space with these things. And they put it on they tossed it on the top of a rocket they were sending up for India's communications satellite. So they threw these 2 things on at the last minute, and they have them up there and going to start testing them. So that is, and looks like something that's going to be going down the rails fairly quickly. So keep an eye on that for SpaceX. I suspect SpaceX is within a year of IPOing.
That's pretty cool, man. They, and it was interesting, folks. On Bloomberg, they stopped all their programming. That's the first time for a long time. It was pretty cool. I liked it, man. Seeing that whole scene, that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Okay, the big news this weekend and first part of next weekend, technology is going to be Mobile World Conference in Barcelona, Spain. This is a kind of a business-to-business conference where everybody in the cellular world gets together. We already have some leaks from some of the stuff that's going to be shown there. First is the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus. We're going to see that come in just over $1,000 in the U.S. and $1,230 for the Galaxy S9 Plus, which is kind of the Note version of that, right? The bigger one. So we know that it's not going to have a notch like the Apple has in it. So they've gotten rid of that. A lot of people weren't too happy about that notch thing. So where the camera is?
Yes.
You're familiar with that.
Yeah.
So it gets rid of that, but that's kind of the headlines. I think the stuff that's not getting as much attention is much more important because it's going to be what happens in the next year and why semis are probably going to continue to do fairly well in the coming years. Qualcomm has their new Wi-Fi generation chip out. This is going to mean Wi-Fi has easy gigabit speeds, even in highly congested environments like your coffee shop or apartment buildings or anywhere a lot of people have a lot of Wi-Fi devices.
Okay.
And
now, does that help? Will that help? It seems that the only time I really have a hard time with Wi-Fi in general would be in steel buildings still, right? If you're inside a steel building, does that help that at all? It's
going to vastly help all of this stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's going to be a big deal. And 5G, I want to spend a little time on this. I think we got 3 minutes in this segment. 5G is rolling out right now in South Korea during the Olympics, but it will be everywhere in the next year for cellular communications. And basically, it takes the bands and really moves them high up into the millimeter wave bands in the 28 and the 38 gigahertz range. So we're going way, way, way up there. So that should be much cleaner communication. But there's a lot of big things that are going to happen with that over the next year. Minimum data rates are going to be about 100 megabits per second. So about as good as most people have in an entry level internet system for their home. I guess 100 megabits about kind of the base, I think, right now. 1 gigabit per second simultaneously to many workers on the same office floor. So you might be able to have 200 or 300 people. They would all be able to get 1 gigabit per second with repeaters in the same office space. So basically, you're not really, you were talking about, you know, maybe a lot of people in a steel building or something, all trying to share some kind of same internet speeds. This is really going to mean that there's not a limitation that will directly affect most users. And everybody should be able to get 1 gigabit per second. Thousands of simultaneous connections for wireless sensors. So if you're basically doing everything wirelessly out there, like on trucks and your delivery fleet and your, you know, the loading dock on the back of your business where everything's tagged, everything comes in and out on the Internet of Things, you'll be able to get all of those handled without really worrying about junking up the radio bandwidth. It is much wider compared to 4Gs. The coverage should be improved by about 30%. So if you're 5 miles away from a tower, you should be able to get something like 7.5 miles away from a tower.
Wow.
With the same quality.
And there's already a lot of towers. That's pretty cool.
There's already a lot of towers, so that's going to help everything. And the latency is reduced significantly compared to LTE now. So if you're a big game player, I don't know if you'd still want to play games on it, but I think it might be possible. But certainly it vastly reduces the time between sending a signal and receiving that same signal. And that's going to make a big deal, too. So a lot of big things. This is all going to be rolling out at the beginning of 2019, probably January, February timeframe. So as we look at these semis through the end of the year, these guys are all winding up to get ready for the big push next year.
It's pretty wild. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are going to be coming right back. We have the Dow up 287, NASDAQ up $1.15, S&P's up 30. We're coming right back.
It's a special month at TFNN, and with market volatility back, we've decided to hold an open house in our Tiger's Den. For this month only, you can get a full 30 days of Tiger's Den membership without paying anything. The Tiger's Den is our interactive chat room where you can chat with other tigers and tigresses along with the TFNN hosts during each of their programs. For all of the details and to start your 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den today, visit the front page of TFNN.com before this deal is gone.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see right on the front page we have open house in the Tigers Den. Now, the Tigers Den is a state-of-the-art trading room. We've had it for a long time, probably 15 years now. Bottom line, come on over. It's open house. After the end of the month, you get a free 30 days. Check it out. We get a lot of Tigers and Tigresses in there. It's active about 12 hours a day. Tell all your friends. Bring your friends over too, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology. And the slides up here right now that Dave has, AirPods. Apple's AirPods.
Apple, yeah, Bloomberg's basically confirming a lot of stuff that's been leaking this week about what they're going to do with AirPods. At the Mobile World Conference in Barcelona that we talked about, there's a big war on whether or not everybody's going to be getting rid of the headphone jack. About half of the people have, and half of the people haven't. There's not really a good comparative product in the Android world for this yet. They're okay, but they're not great. And that's what everybody's kind of looking at, is that the rest of the world needs to catch up with the AirPod models. But right now, if you want to activate Siri, you've got to touch the ear pod on your head. And they're going to set it up so you can just go, "Hey, Siri," and do things hands-free. And the other thing is it's going to make it water resistant. So that's kind of what I would be looking for, because I'd love, when I go swimming out there in the pool, to be able to put in my earplugs, or not my earplugs, but my headphones, and go to swim around.
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it, man?
Yeah, it would be nice. I actually do that now, but I kind of have to stand by the edge and take them out if I'm going to go swim. So it is. I mean,
strictly swimming. If you're actually strictly swimming and you can have music in your ears, that'd be pretty wild, man. Yeah,
I know a lot of people that swim 100 laps a day, and I think that they probably love it. The thing I'm kind of wondering about is how fast the Android ecosystem actually catches up with these guys. And of course, even with the reduced sales, the margins on this are so good that it's basically holding Apple up. But they really need to get another good-selling phone fairly quickly.
Well, wouldn't it seem that the Android should be, I mean, it seems like they could catch up. I mean, you just got to figure out how they do it, and bang, right? Yeah,
except there's a lot of engineering to putting small and getting these things to run off of very little power.
Okay. Oh,
there's a lot of really big ones for Android.
I see.
But they look like they have, something's growing out of your ear.
Yeah.
Totally. And of course, the bigger and heavier are, the more they fall out.
Okay.
So Apple did a lot of engineering to get them small and in the ears. But yeah, I think the price point could come down a whole lot. Apple, everything it looks like, they've got about $50 in those. They sell them for $200. So very, very good margins.
Yeah, and they're selling millions of them, so that's a big number.
Selling millions of them, so that's kind of holding them up now. I think that's kind of in the price. If the next iPhone doesn't really start selling a lot better, Apple may be in trouble on that front. But at least we know, if you're an Apple fan, what's kind of coming down the road for those. And,
yeah, and Apple, let's see. So Apple's at 175. It's right next to its high again, right?
Yeah.
Interesting, man.
Pretty close. Harley Davidson is going to release its first electric motorcycle in 2019. We've seen...
That's weird.
Yeah. Most people like those loud motorcycles. And this is going to be the quietest thing they've ever heard. So the question is, will people... how will that be accepted?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that ride them either ride them a very long distance or a very short distance. I don't think there's a lot of medium distance Harley riders.
No, there isn't. There isn't. And when, you know, what's intriguing, you know, I heard you talking about this about a month ago or two on the show. What happens, folks, with Harleys, and I've owned a lot of Harleys, most of the time, the people now that own them, you can get a beautiful Harley for cheap money compared to what a new one is, because so many people have them in their garages and not using them. You know, they buy them, you know, use them a bit, and, you know, it's not like in the 80s and 90s, man, where people would ride them to death. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, you can buy a lot of them with a couple thousand miles on them.
Which is amazing, I know. And the people, if they've taken care of them, and they what do you call it? You know, after the product, they put a lot of other things on them that are expensive. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, in fact, most people don't know it. I think I brought it up on my show that 90% of the money Harley Davidson makes isn't on selling motorcycles. It's selling T-shirts and tassels for the end of your handlebars and, you know, side saddle bags.
You know, it's interesting here. Watch this. And when I had done this when you brought it up before too, and Bloomberg is always breaking everything out, but guess how Harley does it? Harley just does it. Oh, retail, 100%.
That's basically it. But,
is it?
You know, it goes back to what model your business is in.
Yeah.
And one of the things I think a lot of investors could do is think a little bit about what it is. But this one comes right down to the razor blade, razor blade market, where you get the people the product and then you make your money on your razor blades, right?
Yep.
And that's always been a model.
It's a good model.
Done well for that. I don't have a slide up for it right now. I don't know what happened to it. I did want to talk a little bit today about the Chevy Bolt.
The Volts, okay.
It got the top honors for green cars from Consumer Reports yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that in your newsletter today, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it is, to me, we're really starting to see, you know, I've talked about it for a year, and now we're starting to see it. There's going to be about 10,000 of them or 20,000 of them fairly quickly in California. In 2019, they roll out to the rest of the 50 states. But this is going to be, I think, a big issue for people in technology, in Tesla, in that they're now going to have a very nice, from everything I've read so far, everybody's very happy with the product. It comes in just cheap enough to get the tax credits in California that you won't get if you buy the Tesla.
Okay.
So that can be up to $10,000.
That's big money. Yep.
It is. So you could pay $40,000 for one or $35,000 for the other, and then you have the ability to get up to $10,000 in tax credits back.
Man, that's a good-looking car.
It's not a bad-looking car. Everybody's pretty happy with it.
Right.
There's a lot of people that have already bought it, have put a lot of videos up on YouTube and stuff.
Interesting.
It is interesting. One of the weirdest things that most people don't think about in those EVs is that when you slow down, they actually generate power and try to recharge the battery a little bit.
Okay.
And look, there's videos on YouTube of these people driving around for an hour in the city and never touching the brake because they just let off of it and it just slows it down to a stop.
Oh, interesting. So if you
when they learn to do it, they don't need to use the brake.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
So I'm thinking about how many people are going to, well, I didn't see any brake lights there, but it is kind of interesting.
Wow. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. And, of course, you can come over to our website. You can take a look at Dave's 2 newsletters. You can test drive them. 30 days, money-back guarantee. You go to newsletters. You like the Tech Insider, you're going to go to investment newsletters. Like a path of least resistance, you're going to go to trading newsletters. Dave and I are coming right back. The Dow right now up 303, Nasdaq's up 118, S&Ps are up 31. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Talking to our man, Mr. Dave White. Hacking. What are we looking at here, Dave?
Well, Akamai came out with their annual report on what's happening in security on the internet, and they found out of global login attempts to all websites. 40% of them, actually a little more than 40% of them, were all attempts to hack a website. So we can assume that if you're in Google Mail or if you're in any of these things, almost half of every login attempt is a hack attack on the big systems and even on the smaller systems. It was kind of, well, I'll read it here. It claimed that such requests account for over 30% of all web traffic across its platform per day, excluding video streaming.
That's intense.
So actually, this is fairly in-depth. I read it earlier in the day.
You know, that's why I guess, you know, having, you know, everything on the cloud and trusting whoever the cloud is, you know, on different companies is so important, I guess, right? I mean, you know. Yeah,
the problem is when someone's good enough, though, to hack the cloud, then they've got it all, right? If
no, I understand that, but it is what it is, right? It's like, okay.
It is. It is figure out how one big thing works or have to go through a bunch of small things that maybe are not guarded as well. But it's, I was going to say, was it Pan West is after the bell on Monday. And so we'll look at one of the last of the security companies to announce their earnings right after the bell on Monday. So you'll be calling that.
Did you say Pan West?
P-A-N-W. What is that? Trying to remember. Everything is...
Palo Alto.
Yeah, Palo Alto Networks.
Okay, right.
You get to a point where everything's a ticker symbol, don't you?
No, you do. You do. And, then, this is a company, no doubt, you've gone from 598 million 5 years ago to 2.2 billion. So people are spending money on it.
They are.
Thanks so much, Dave. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need, folks, is right inside you. Go have a blast with it. Look forward to speaking to you right back here, Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.